In life, we believe that it's important to pursue creative inspiration.
Our film will show this by displaying the business Marisol has built
around her creativity.
The main conflict is between Marisol and the outside
world's limitations
on her creativity.
We want the audience to feel
Empowered by Marisol's success.
and realise that
Creativity can manifest
in all mediums.
I'm Holly, I'm from York. Before Ambleside, I studied a creative media course at college, but this is the first time I've been working with a more professional kit. A lot of projects before this have been solo work, so being able to have other people there to fill in the roles and work together to get all the aspects covered was pretty good. There is some stress involved with having to set it up while the contributor's there. You don't want to be wasting too much of their time. But once we were there was still a stress of are they going to be free? Are they going to cancel on us? Do we need to find backups? But we were lucky in that we had a really good contributor. I mean, it was already a suspicion I had, I guess, but I've learned that I really do enjoy being in filming environments and working on these kind of projects. Most of all, I just like to work on a film set in the future. Just working behind the set, making films is something that I think would be really fun, and I would like to do that.
My name is Melanie Vellon, and I am from Essex. Before I came to university, I was studying a 2-year course on film production. I think with the project I was quite hands-on. I tried to put myself in a position where I could use the equipment quite a bit. I think my preferred role whilst at Ambleside was probably being on camera as well as sound. I had experience with cameras beforehand, but not really so much with sound, so it allowed me to develop my skills a bit more. I think the most challenging part was probably learning to work with a new group of people that I'd only known for 2 weeks or 3 weeks. I think what I enjoyed most whilst being at Ambleside was working with the crew that I did, because although it was a bit bumpy at first and we were just trying to understand what was going on and how to approach the work, I think in the end we came out with a really solid film. I think this is a great experience to start off at university because it puts you in the deep end and you learn to adapt really quickly, so that when you have to do this multiple times for the next 3 years, it's much easier than gradually building up to it. If you just go straight into it, then you just learn off the bat, and it's pretty good for you, I think.
my name is Adam and I'm from Rugeley. I studied media production in sixth form, which gave me an interest in film but not much filming experience. I'm not sure what I want to do in the future yet, but this experience with the Ambleside trip has certainly helped me edge towards something to do with videography and camera work. I enjoy putting the image I have in my mind through the camera. It's very satisfying when you manage it, but it is difficult. The aspect of finding a contributor, it's difficult to build rapport when you've only met them a few hours ago. Teamwork is what built the project. Teamwork is what made it all happen. It's always the key factor. It's always the most important thing you need to focus on as a crew. I think the main issue our crew faced was communication, which was made easier through working together and gaining more experience together. But I think that was our main drawback at the start of the Ambleside project.
My name is Tommy and I'm from Malcop. I had prior experience filming before Ambleside, making films that I'd written with my friends. I think one of the main challenges that we faced was learning the equipment, learning how to set it up quickly when we had contributors waiting for us. I think I engaged with it quite well, doing research on the production file. When we were in Ambleside, I had a bit of a go at every bit of equipment. I think my favourite thing to do was probably behind the scenes camera. It's a bit faster pace and it's not all about setting it up and stuff. The thing I found most challenging was probably the sound equipment. The thing I've learnt about myself is how I needed to probably work on working with other people, which I think I learned over being at Ambleside. The main takeaway from the experience was just sort of learning a sort of social side, I suppose, more than anything. Just like learning how to deal with a lot of people and not wanting to just sort of leave after like 10 minutes, I suppose.
My name is Hatter and I'm from London. I think there's been a lot of issues in terms of, learning the equipment was quite a struggle, being thrown into issues with finding contributors, working with a very small space with our contributors. But we've created lots of solutions to get around that in a very well way, I think. I did enjoy doing the stills camera. One thing was a very fun thing to do. I liked being able to capture all these little moments of like candid things between the group and the crew and everything being filmed. I found being behind the camera most challenging a lot of the time. Being the most important part, there's a lot of pressure there. So a lot of the time I was worried about the slightest little mess up could have been a very big deal. I've learned a lot from others during this project. I think there was a lot of talking to others, listening to others, growing as a crew and as a group. My main takeaway from the experience, I think, the overarching thing to learn would be there's lots of different people, and different people are very interesting to work with. I think there's a lot of... you never know where you're going to find the best crew, and sometimes the best crew are the ones you don't get to choose for yourself. A big thing with this community, I think there's a lot of relatability here. I think that's a very personal thing.